Soul-stealing magi.
Flesh-eating creeps.
Yeah, it's just another day at the office for the madhouse. My werewolf partner and I attempt to keep the peace without being torn to pieces. Weep at the wonder
Howl at the horror.
and keep the light on. It's gonna get dark. This is the 100-handed.
Lost souls. Episode 18, Queensbury.
We sat in the car, Thea and I. Lonely vehicles passed by in onesies and twosies. Queensbury was a small Texas town, the kind that sprang up around one or two industries and disappeared just as fast when the lords of that industry decided to take their ball and go home. A quiet town that nobody leaves. The kind of town that keeps its disappearances and strange noises under wraps, all for the illusion of normalcy and safety. A town perfect for a magi operation. If I were a flesh carver of considerable means, wanting to hide in plain sight, I suppose this is where I'd go.
This is definitely the place.
What's wrong?
Normally, I could pinpoint a smell if given a long enough time to study, but this place?
The slaughterhouse?
Uh-huh. The raw stench of death. It's overwhelming. I don't think it's just cows on the killing floor in there, Wexler. What do we know about this place?
Not much. If this is your mother's rodeo, she's probably just recently come into it in the last few years. Michael and I smashed up her last place pretty good.
I'm glad we got here before it started pouring. I wouldn't have been able to get us this far. It's hard enough tracking a scent in a moving car. She's definitely moved up. An entire meat processing operation as a front?
No doubt a benefit of membership with the 100-handed. I'm surprised they took her in. She doesn't have the greatest track record.
They don't strike me as the most scrupulous sort. If your organization prides itself on having 100 members, they seem like they'll take anybody.
The name may refer more to reach and influence than actual membership. We don't know how large the 100-handed actually is. Only their self-styled moniker. And Michael and I were after your mother because she broke the pact. Child kidnapping, that kind of shit. Word got back to the Gloom Watcher, and we were off to the races. The 100-handed like to stay off the radar. Hence the whole trafficking psyches ordeal with Horatio back in North Carolina. Catherine's got to be offering the 100-handed something pretty worthwhile if they're willing to take her in, given her history.
If we're going to find out, this would be the place.
Here's hoping. How do you feel?
About?
You don't have to play coy. You've been waiting for this showdown for a while. You think you can handle it?
Are you doubting me?
No. Should I?
It sounds like you're doubting me.
Your condition got worse whenever you were faced with an emotionally charged situation.
I'll handle it.
Meeting your mother again is nothing if not that.
I said I'll handle it. That's not just me speaking out of arrogance either. Solomon created this restrainer. Keeps me on the leash, so to speak. Helps me manage my emotions. I might not be as strong as I normally am, but I won't rip your head off either. There. That's good. See, I can drink responsibly.
So you won't turn?
Not if I can help it. What about you? I heard you got a few tattoos inked on.
I always do.
Won't that ring Vincula gave you interfere with it?
I left the ring with Solomon. It was useful to get out of the dim, but I don't need it now.
And the tattoos?
What about them?
They're the sort that you've been trying to avoid? The harmful kind?
I thought by bringing you aboard, I could avoid using tattoos that would damage my body.
Don't remind me that you wanted me to be your ace up the sleeve.
It was never meant to be so instrumental. I try to get a win-win whenever I can.
Gee, thanks.
I'm beginning to think I was wrong. Some part of me hoped that the madhouse could enter a new era, where we could find creeps to partner with us. Keep us from feeding more Imagomancers into this meat grinder of a shadow war. I was kidding myself. The way things are going, we don't have the luxury of experimenting with my ideals anymore.
However I feel about you using me as a heavy, your ideals are part of what make you, you, Wexler.
So I thought. No, I'll do what needs to be done. If I rack up a few deep scars, then so be it. I wasn't gonna live forever anyway. And there's worse fates than ending up like Vasquez. Maybe when this is all said and done, I'll get my own team to manage.
What'd you end up choosing for the tats? Their first one is rather obvious, but I don't see the other.
That's a surprise. The face tattoo is Falseface.
You mean...
Do you still have the bloody patch of fur from Vincula?
Yeah, here it is. Do you have to, eat it?
Yes. Every last strand, if I want to take Theed's likeness.
Oh, God. I can't watch.
Here goes.
I'm gonna be sick. Wait, where are you going?
Oh, to do a little magic? What? You seriously thought I'd eat werebear fur? I'm an Imagomancer. The entire point of the tattoos is that we don't have to eat Eye of Newt or drink bull shark piss or whatever. It's the 21st century, for Christ's sake.
Okay, I can never make heads or tails of you, Wexler. Sometimes you're a humorless prick with all of the social grace of a brain-damaged gym teacher.
And other times?
And other times, you think that you have a sense of humor, and really, you're just making jokes that would make the daddest of dads keel over out of embarrassment.
You don't know what you do without me.
Most times, I don't know what to do with you. So, how are you going to work this abracadabra shit?
Easy. Just burn the fur and inhale the fumes.
That'll be good on the lungs.
I don't smoke for my health. Maybe surprising, but the life expectancy of an Imagomancer hasn't exactly kept up with the national average.
Ugh. And I thought the reek from the plant was bad enough. Burning fur is just the icing on the shit cake.
You are a poet of depravity. Here we go. Face of my foe, the friend they know. Keep my body safe and their alertness low.
Wexler?
It's me. Wow. This is going to take some getting used to.
Okay, easy there, big guy. So, how's this thing work?
Well, Falseface can disguise the Imagomancer as anyone, so long as you have a personal effect. The more personal, the more effective.
So we're lucky a monster that runs a hellish nightclub gave us a patch of bloody bear fur? Wow. That's a sentence I thought I'd never say.
You're right, though. Clothing or a personal trinket is one thing, but with something directly from the body, this disguise will last much longer.
So what's the plan?
I'm going to walk into the front gates. Try to get a layout of the place.
And me?
Wait for me around back. I'll see if I can let you in the loading dock or something. That'll give you time to snoop around and see what Catherine's been up to.
Okay, got it. Are you good to fight?
Not with this disguise. I can't use my other magic, and the size is only for show. I'm still just Evan Wexler underneath this glamour.
So if you're caught before I find you...
You guessed it. I'll be screwed.
Okay, where's Lily in all this?
Vasquez benched her. Said she was too volatile with the tattoos. So it'll be just you and I this go around. No backup. Let's hope it doesn't come to that. Alright. Break.
I made my way across the dark parking lot, towards the plant entrance. There were a few cars scattered across the lot. Not many. The lot didn't have a checkpoint, which played in our favor. But I could see a guard sitting in a prefab sentry hut next to the front entrance, his attention riveted to the television.
Been waiting for this episode all week.
Chastity, Chastity, are you here? Why is it so dark in here? Has there been a targeted EMP strike against our office?
I'm in the other room, Damien.
Are you hurt? My threat matrix has identified the candlelight as insufficient for safe perambulation of this area. Perhaps there has been a structural deficiency in the electrical system.
Oh, there's nothing deficient here.
Oh fuck, it's about to get good.
Chastity, why are your standard issue Dynatech handcuffs restraining you to the desk? Are you being held captive? Is that why you are speaking in such a low and sultry tone? Threat matrix, scan for hostiles. Engage weapon subsystems.
Put the weaponry away, Damien. There's only one piece of hardware I'm interested in.
The Mark III automated weapons platform. That paperwork has crucial information on an illegal firearms ring.
Enough shop talk, Damien. I want you.
I want you to.
I want you to take me. Take me the way Facegram Twitter takes my personal information. Quick, fast, and without asking for permission.
Oh, Chastity, you're hotter than the solar radiation that penetrates through the Earth's faltering ozone layer.
Oh, Damien. Come here and let's see if we can't do something about that floppy disk.
Oh, Chastity.
Oh, Damien!
Oh shit! My apologies, sir. I didn't see you there. Back again so soon?
Enjoying the show? Buzz me in.
Right.
Well,
I almost forgot.
you're wasting my time.
First, I'll need to see some ID.
Excuse me?
It's, protocol. You show me your ID all the time.
Do you want that guard shack to be your coffin?
It's on her orders.
Her.
Yes, her.
It's on her orders that you're watching softcore pornography on the clock?
It's, a detective show, I swear. Machine Yearning is not softcore pornography.
That's so.
Treat me like the power button on a computer and turn me on!
Chastity, every time you talk to me like that, my heart skips a boot. The friction between us makes me want to have a static discharge.
Oh, Damien, give me your big hardware. That's it?
Chastity.
You were saying?
It's quality programming, and I've been specifically directed to check ID.
I'm not going to waste my time. Perhaps I'll call her myself and let her know just how I've been treated.
Wexler? What is...
Yeah, I just thought you'd like to know that the guard...
I'm sorry, just go.
Never mind. It's taken care of.
Are you bluffing the guard right now?
Please don't mention my name.
Of course not. Of course not. Thank you for your cooperation.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Wonder what had Mr. Feed in such a rush. He's quite out of character.
I needed to find an entry point for V. Several of the workers I'd come across, they didn't look right, though I didn't take the time to examine them closer out of fear that they might make my disguise. Asking for directions could be a dead giveaway, especially if they knew Feed's face. Nothing more suspicious than your boss's right-hand man wandering around like a toddler lost in the lumber aisle. I collided into one of the workers. When I looked at the worker, I realized that even if I'd wanted to ask for directions, it would have been useless. Standing before me was a creature that resembled a smaller version of the A-bomb that V and I had taken down a half a year ago or so at Llewellyn's place in Small Rock. The creature's mouth was sewn shut, muffling a constant idiotic mumbling. I didn't have any proof, but I'd bet that the same twisted hand that had carelessly turned Hugh Gunderson into an A-bomb created these creatures here. For a brief moment, I caught myself staring into the creature's dim, cloudy eyes. There was intelligence within, meager and dull, but it was there regardless. My stomach churned at the thought that Catherine had created these creatures to be little more than slaves, kept in darkness. The madhouse didn't consider the spawning of such beings to break the pact if they were kept under control. But something about the languid haziness in the creature's eyes stirred indignation within me.
Impressed.
I hadn't seen Fang creep up on me. The thin man flicked his tongue out at me. Tiny scales gave his body a matte gleam and an unsettling appearance. His inhumanity was barely concealed. I cleared my throat, doing my best to match Feed's cadence.
Not really.
Good. I feared for a moment that you'd become taken with Mother's less impressive specimens. Her her fixation on relying on such imperfect vests. I'm glad you're here. The carved made me uncomfortable as well, brother. I don't know what she's planning.
Sweat percolated across my brow, mercifully hidden by Solomon's illusion. I had to get away from Fang without blowing my cover. If I couldn't get V inside the processing plant, then I'd be left alone in hostile territory. Given the layout of the floor, there wasn't anything I could have used effectively against Fang, not to mention the practical horde of what he had called the Carved. While the miniature A-bombs didn't look nearly as fierce as the one in Llewellyn's barn, the sheer number of them meant I'd be swarmed and torn apart.
Quiet, brother.
I'm hungry, and I have to take a leak.
Not in here, idiot. You know that Mother hates it when you piss. When you urinate in here, go out back.
Duh. You're right, bro. I'm just sleepy. You know how I get when I can't hibernate.
What are you talking about?
See you soon.
I hurried off. Fang, if he really did take after a serpent, had crap vision, and hopefully didn't notice the minor imperfections of the Falseface tattoo. I searched for the loading dock, avoiding any interactions with the strange miniature A-bombs. Eventually, I found the loading dock and opened the door. I propped it open. Then I went outside to smoke under the pretense of taking an epic in-character leak.
Jesus fucking Christ. Vasquez.
Wexler?
Yeah,
Why do you sound so different?
I incognito. I don't have much time. What's up?
It's Lily Thomas. We don't know where she is.
Vasquez, I'm in the middle of a delicate situation, and I can't play babysitter. She's a grown woman, she'll figure it out.
Don't understand. Lily's tattooed and she can't control them. She convinced Solomon, the blasted idiot, to ink her.
Then get another engraved to get their team on it. We're busy.
How's the situation in Queensbury?
I can give you a full report later, but this really isn't a good time.
I hope to God for your sake you know what you're doing.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
I slipped back inside, leaving the door propped for V. I clicked the flashlight on my phone 3 times. Judging from the shadow shifting in the woods, she got the signal. Now it was up to her to find a way in unnoticed. For now, I was on my own.
The 100-Handed is a Madhouse radio production. Created and written by Tom Trest. Directed by Brooke Pillafont. Theme music by Ian Flores. Featuring the voice of Gage Richter as Evan Wexler, Brooke Pillafont as V, Stephen Cruiser as the guard, Joey Chance as Feed, Terry Harrison as Fang, Thomas Trest as Damien 5000 and Chastity, and Dana Williams as Vasquez.
Yearning for machine love. Find us online at 100handed. That's 100handed.com.